I'm going to keep this one in the Trudging Together family. Yep. We run other groups. They're not called Trudging Together, though. Dragon Flower Recovery and Raw Recovery Overheaters Anonymous is also part of the Trudging Together. There are a lot of little things I need to get taken care of, but, priorities. I was just talking to my sponsee about priorities a little bit. But today we're going to be talking about, or in this, we're going to be talking about the seventh step. I had a little bit of time on my hands and thought I'd go live again. It's usually the way it works. So, but yeah, wait a few minutes, see, let people get on it. This is always the hard part, that I've got to fill 3 minutes without trying to get into the topic. It's kind of tough to do, because you want to get on, just get started, but nobody's here, and then you have to repeat yourself and do lots of other things. So I appreciate the patience of my rewatchers. Sometimes things mess up. Sometimes I forget to plug in my microphone, but I've just been using the microphone from my camera. Nobody seems to know the difference. I don't think anybody cares, because if you're here for filters or all that other stuff, we don't do that here. We talk program. It's what we do. It's what we do here. I need to get some things organized. Please be patient. We're going through some growing pains. Trudging Together is going through a very large growing pain right now. And it's good stuff, but you always have to be patient. And you can't just jump on stuff. It doesn't work that way, since some things take time, which is unfortunate, because we got people dying now. Welcome to Daily Trudge. That was right on the 3-minute mark. I don't get to do that often. If you're here, say hello. Welcome to Daily Trudge. I'm Dion. If you're here, please say hello, whether watching the live or the rewatch. No service at Isaac's school. All right. I'm easily distracted right now. I've got a lot of good things going on. So a lot of people are excited about what we're doing, and it's nice that people are getting a couple birthdays today. My brother's birthday, oldest daughter's birthday. Yesterday we have the grandkids, and my wife's been going through a lot of stuff. She asked me yesterday. She said, can you help out a little bit more? And made me realize that, I wasn't doing enough. So it's nice, because as I come off these meds, the real Dion is coming back. I'm going to take him bowling. That's a big step for me. But if it's Grandpa's weekend, then we'll be cleaning too. We'll have a lot of fun, but we're going to do what Grandpa does, right? So don't be surprised if I got little kids with me here for the weekend on here. So often in the past, we prayed for things or favoring circumstances or 1,000 requests that were really selfish in nature. Yeah, when I read that, I'm like, ooh, I want to do we're not even praying right. But I figure we talk about that a little bit and still get this out of step. Yay. All right. I used to be so selfish about my praying. I only prayed for me. Okay. There are a lot of things I don't pray for. I never pray for money. It just, I ask for guidance. I ask for courage. I will ask for anything for myself, as long as it removes what needs to be removed, so I can be in the sunlight of the Spirit. Okay. So when I pray in the morning, the only thing that I ask for myself is to keep me clean and sober. I also do the third step prayer. Okay. But other than that, I'm just asking, hey God, I know that there's people in my life that are important. You know who they are. If you could help them, I would appreciate it. You know, so watch what you pray for. Don't pray for patience. Don't pray for it. Chris, good to see you. Or God will put somebody in your life of whom you will need patience for. All right, but let's get to the actual topic. I just wanted to cover that real quick. I've learned in the program that real prayer begins, not ends, in asking God to change me. I like that. So prayer is the beginning of the change. Prayer is the beginning of the change. Remember, I've been touting this a lot the last couple of weeks. Your gifts come before you do anything, just like you would with your own kids or nieces. Maybe you didn't have any kids, but you had nieces and nephews, I'm sure. I'm sure you had some little kid you were related to that, you just felt like, just because of the fact that they exist, they deserve this. Nothing else is required, right? Like with my grandkids this weekend, I'm going to spend a little bit of money on them. I don't know, I really have it. Going to have to ask the wife, but you know, it's what we're going to do. In fact, it says, in fact, that's exactly what the seventh step suggests. Humbly ask him to remove our shortcomings. Hi, Ingrid. Good to see you. Sunny days, sunny days. I've been feeling a lot better lately, but I have to be very, very careful on how I expend my energy. So we ask God for help through his grace. And the amazing thing is that such a prayer is answered, and here's the catch, if we truly want it to be. See, I can ask God to keep me clean and sober, but if it's not something I really truly want, it may not work. Thank God for willingness. Thank God for willingness. This is exactly where willingness comes in. I'm willing to do it, God. That changes things. But if in your heart of hearts, you're just like, no, no fucking way, not a chance, and you create that black or white situation, it's going to be tougher. It's going to be tougher to get off the hooch. It's going to be tougher to get through, anything. Chris just called me a hoe. I'm very sure he meant yo, because H is right next to Y. You a hoe, you know you a hoe. I'm just kidding. It's all fun. All right. I was a hoe, but like Pax, I'm not anymore. Right. We really gotta want it. Oh, hi, Dion. I said hi. I said hi to you, Chris. Then you called me a hoe. All right. Oh, I guess it could have been hi, yeah, because I's next to O. So. Our own wills are so much a required part of the result that it seems almost as if we had done it. But the help from a God is even more necessary. Without him, we couldn't possibly have done it alone. Have I asked God to help me change myself? There's one speech that Jordan Peterson does. And what he says, if you, I'm not misunderstanding you, Chris. I'm just giving you a hard time. Oh, don't misunderstand me. I am a hoe. All right. What was I talking about? Oh, if you really want to know if prayer works, if you really want to know if prayer works, Jordan Peterson says, do this. Sit on the edge of your bed and follow directions. Sit on the edge of your damn bed. Close your eyes, put your head down, and think, what is the worst part of me? What is the one thing I could get rid of? And then ask God to help you with it. And it'll happen. It'll happen. Try it. These people all do, but I got a lot of rewatchers, newcomers, and things that I got a wide variety of people that listen to me. So I tend to stick with the simple, basic stuff. Sometimes, well, most of the time, I'll get a little out there sometimes, but that's when I'm preaching. Yep. If you don't like preaching, yeah, you ain't like me. I preach. Okay. Preaching is teaching. Doesn't it? Preaching doesn't mean telling other people what to do. It's teaching. See, everything that I talk about, I've done. So I can talk on it. I've done it. I will absolutely tell you if I have no idea what I'm talking about. I will qualify that first. I'll tell you, I'm going to say this, but I don't know enough to say anything else. I can tell you that. Okay. I intentionally did not learn about politics. I don't want to know about them. I don't get into them because then my brain will take it over. Oh, and it will fight that one. So I stay naive. I stay naive with a lot of things because I don't trust me on some things. May I learn to pray broadly that God's will done, that God remove my shortcomings. No need to specify. We don't need to be specific. We stay away from particulars. Listen to this. May we learn to pray broadly, outside of ourselves, broadly. God, can you give me some direction on how I can help my community be better? What can I do to help my community? Can you give me some direction on that? And if you keep your mind open, he will answer you, but you got to want it. And he will know if you really, really want it or not. Just like when you give a child a gift, they look at it, you can see it on their face on whether they wanted it or not. They can't help it. You know. May I learn that details are not necessary in my praying? Yeah. Sometimes I have to pray for everybody that I love because I can't think of everybody that I know needs praying for. So I do it broadly. God, help me help your children. That's kind of where I go. I have my usual. I pray. My wife is first. I name people off that I pray for. My wife is always first. Okay. And she will always be first. I will take care of my wife before I will take care of my children. It's the instructions. Those are the instructions that have been given to me. Why? Because my wife is much better at taking care of the children than I am. So if I take care of her, she can take better care of the children. It's a pay it forward situation, right? My kids have no idea how much I've sacrificed just for them to live here. I even had to move my bedroom, right? It's what we do, right? Yeah, I'll be honest, it pisses me off. It inconveniences my life. It kind of ticks me off and it makes me want to wring their asses, but what do you do? Nobody likes to be yelled at. And I learned that the details are not necessary. All that matters is my humility and my faith that God does indeed have the power to change my life. Today I'll remember I asked God to change me. not the situation. God will not change the situation that you're in. You have to do that. He won't do that part. He will offer you solutions to that, but without effort on your part, it won't come into fruition. Okay. So this is the way that it works. Hey, God, I really need your help. Okay. There's no action. He says, you know what? You're right. You do need my help. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna remove that obsession for you to drink. Because if I remove that for you, then you're closer to me, and then we can do something about this. See, you've already been given your gifts. This is why it gets me when people are like, oh, woe is me, I have these problems. You're fucking sober, man. You're sober. You know, it's, I tolerate it, but I cannot stand dumping at meetings. Stop dumping at me. It tells me you don't have a sponsor. Oh, I had a bad day. We all had a bad day. Why do you think we're there? I had a bad day. What about the guy in the corner trembling who can't hold his coffee cup, but you're whining because you can't move back to Cabo San Lucas yet? I'm sorry, but shut up. I don't care about that. I'm lonely. I'm homesick. That I can go with. But if you're gonna whine that you can't move back to your mansion yet, I'm gonna tell you I don't give a fuck. I don't care about your money. I don't care about your status. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. You're a child of God. Nothing else matters to me. You're a human being. You're no better than or less than me. I've always had my life that way. I do not get nervous meeting stars and things like that, except when I'd call check. Right? But I've met a lot of celebrities, and and there's another guy. His name is J.R. Richards. He was the lead singer of Dishwalla. For the first couple of years of my sobriety, I only listened to Dishwalla. I needed it, and it saved my fucking. It was part of what saved my life through my anxiety and shit. Right. Well, when I was about 4 years sober, no, 5 years sober. Anyway, I got to meet him at Herman's Hideaway. He came and played at Herman's Hideaway. I didn't stick around. I had played too many times at Herman's Hideaway and gotten fucked up. My brain was like, ooh, let's drink. And I had to get out of there. But I got to go backstage, meet him, and I gave him my 2-year chip because I couldn't find my 1-year chip. And he said, why are you giving this to me? And he's like, this belongs to you. It's your sobriety. And I said, well, part of our sobriety is giving it away. So I only came here to say thank you and to shake your hand for helping me. And here's your gift for helping me. To this day, I bet he remembers me. He comments on my stuff every now and again. So what? So does Theo Vaughn. I know a lot of popular people. Who gives a fuck? They don't care. They don't. We're all just trying to make the world a better place. Weird. All right. Thank you all for being here. I gotta get ready, get stuff ready for the church. Head out to the church, do our 6 o'clock meeting. And yeah, so try and join us for that tonight. It's a hybrid meeting. We could use some support, but it is neat because I'll tell you another little thing. There was a guy. It was neat because last Thursday, a guy showed up, and one of my sponsors was online, and we just sat there and talked. And it was nice because it was just 3 men sitting around talking about life. And that was the meeting. And it turned out great. We even did the Lord's Prayer. I forgot to do everything. We didn't open, we didn't do anything. A preamble. We just sat there and enjoyed each other's company. And it was a meeting, right? And yesterday, I'm like, I'm going to go to an outside meeting. And, that guy supported me, and he said he goes over to that place that I don't really like, but I'm going to go. And I went, and I saw a lot of people I usually see on Zoom that were my friends. And I got to see them in person. I got to hug them. Thank you, God. And that person was there too, also. I told, so I told him how I felt about the place. There was one person that walked into the meeting, looked straight at me, and they laughed. I laugh when people give me that much power. Hi, Amber. Hi. I was just kind of finishing up, but so I went back and supported them because it was the right thing to do. It turned out great. Turned out great. And then I find out that the people that I don't like, people aren't even really supporting it. It's not what I thought it was. I was wrong about some things, and I'm happy about it. There's some things in my life where I'm glad I'm wrong. Like when I find out that, like if you hear a rumor or something and, you kind of tend to believe it because the person that told you try, and you find, those are happy coincidences that I like to find out that, there's a lot of things in this world where I think I wish I was wrong. I want to be wrong, but I'm not. You go through it too. All right. I wanted to at least do something because Amber showed up also. So, and, when people show up for me, I like to give back. It's a give and take basis, right? Right? Isn't it neat that, right now I have friends from all different from all levels of my sobriety here. It's weird. It was the one thing that was hard about going to that club. And I grabbed some pictures. Is there are a bunch of people on the wall that I knew, and they died sober, but most of my AA friends are gone, and I miss them. So, yeah, Chris and I are really the only original ones left from that whole group. It's why we hang out together. It's why we don't always get to talk or whatever, but we know each other's there and we love each other. I've known Chris since I was 19 years old. I've known a lot of people in this program since I was not even old enough to drink yet. And there's even more people that were there that are just gone. I don't know what ever happened to them. And I wonder. And then God adds another friend into my life. The fellowship will change on you quite often. It just will. But there'll always be people that are mainstays. And these are forever people. So, hi, Sunflower Wellness. Actually, I think I follow you on Facebook also. I was just ending, and I apologize. Oh, they left. So, all right. Sometimes Instagram's weird. You say hi to people on Instagram, they're like, "I'm out of here." Or it may be, I don't know what it is because it flashes a number back and forth. All right, I got to go because I don't have anything ready for the meeting. She's going to dinner with her daughter because birthday, so it's gonna be me, which is fine. I'm fine with that. So, and not just me, but Shannon won't be there. So, she'll come out and see us. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I got a feeling today it's gonna be a good meeting. I don't know what it is. I don't know how many people are gonna show up. I just know there's gonna be a good meeting today. So, probably because I've got a good attitude. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. Peace out. And